everybody. This is ASMR, and as you can see, I did my nails again. They're purple and yellow with a little bit of silver. I actually felt bad because this year I didn't do a 4th of July nail art design. I ended up wearing one design for a really long time because I was busy working on PhD stuff and just didn't have time to do my nails the week before 4th of July, so I never did a American flag design this year, but maybe next year I'll do one and show you. But here we go. For now, these are just very bright for the summer, and the purple is kind of dual chrome, so in some lights it looks more blue, which also looks nice with the yellow. But anyway, today I'm here with another eye exam and color chart or color test. And I have some charts. I have 3 charts I'm going to show you. And I just wanted to apologize for any noise that you hear in the background. It's very, very hot here right now. I mean, it's brutally hot. And I have the air conditioning on and I just can't turn it off because it is so incredibly stiflingly hot. So that's the humming noise in the background. I hope it's not too distracting. So let's begin with this chart. And I have my trusty pointer here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to point to the words on the paper, all those words and icons, and I just want you to tell me what color I am pointing to, okay? Don't tell me anything about the figures or the icons, just tell me what color I'm pointing to, okay? Yes, orange. Green. Purple, yes. White, yep. Excellent. Yellow. This one. It's red, yes. What's this one? Blue, This one. It's brown, yep. This one. Black. Very good. So no trouble with the colors. So now I'm going to start pointing to the different icons. And I just want you to tell me what icon you see, okay? Just tell me what each figure is. Yes, an apple. Yes. A fish or a goldfish, I'll accept both answers, yes. Bananas, yes. It's a turtle, a cute little cartoon turtle. This one. It's an elephant, yes. Grapes, yes. What's this? It's a monkey, This. It's an igloo, yep. This. An umbrella, very good. So now what I'm going to do on this paper, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 animals. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom in, and we are going to focus on each animal individually. I'm sorry if the screen is a little pixelated because we're zoomed so far in. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to focus on this goldfish. I am going to point to certain parts of the goldfish, and I want you to tell me what part of his or her body I'm pointing to, okay? So let's begin here. What part of the goldfish's body is this? The tail, yep. And what part of the body is this? It's her eye. And do you know what you call these pieces here? Fins, yep. And what's this? Do you know what you call this? This is a fin too. In some fish they call this a dorsal fin, but yes. Okay. And then what's this part of the body right here? It looks a little bit like a human eyebrow, but on a fish it's a gill. Yes, this is her gill. Very good. Now, let's move down to the elephant. And I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to point to certain parts of the animal, and I want you to tell me what parts I am pointing to, okay? What's this? The ear, yes. And this? The trunk, yep. What's this? A leg, and this? Another ear, yep. And this? This part here? The mouth, yep. This? It's another leg, it's a back leg. And this? A leg, yep. And what's up here? It's the eye. Excellent. No problem with that. And now let's focus on this adorable little turtle. So, up a little bit. So what part of the turtle's body is this? It's a shell, yep. And what's this? It's his little leg, yep. And what's this whole part here? His head, yep. And this here? The eye. What about here? It's his mouth, yep. And do you know what these two little dots represent? It's his nose. Very good. Okay, so let's do one more. Go down to this cute little fellow, this monkey. Now, what part of the body is this? It's his belly, yep. And what's this? His hand or his fingers, yep. And what's this part of the body? The leg, yep. And here? The foot or the toes, very good. What's this whole thing here? His head, yep. What's this? His ear, this area right here. The mouth and the nose area, yep. And what about right here? The two dots. His eyes, yep. And finally, what's this right here? It's his tail. Excellent. Alright, so you had no trouble with that chart. So she did excellent with that chart. And now, let's move on to another chart. Now, this one, as you can see, has many colors and shapes on it. And can you read the letters here? What does this say? It says colors, yes. If you're watching from the UK or Ireland or Australia, New Zealand, we are missing a U, and that's because I'm from America, and this is one of the charts I found online. So, this is the way Americans spell it. I don't know why we spell it differently, but we do. But it's pronounced exactly the same colors. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to do the same exact thing I did before. I'm just going to point to each color, and I just at random, and I just want you to tell me what color I'm pointing to. Okay? So, what's this one? Pink. This one? White. Yellow. Okay, now because the words are above them, it's kind of easy. So I'm going to actually go pretty fast, alright? So I'm going to do some fast tapping here. And I want you to tell me really, really fast what color it is, okay? Even if it just means reading it, right? Yep. Yep. Excellent. Very good. So, this one. Just keep going. Excellent. So you've had no trouble identifying all of these colors. So another thing that I just want to do is I want to focus a little bit. Let me zoom in. I'm going to focus a little bit on the word at the top here, colors. And I want you to tell me what each color, what each letter is, and what each color that letter is when I point to it. So, for example, if I point to this one, you're going to say what letter and what color? Or what color and what letter? Green O. Yes, yes. So I'm going to point to each one, and I just want you to tell me. It's going to be kind of at random, alright? The blue S, excellent. This one. It's a purple L, yep. And what's this one? It's a yellow C. This one. It's a pink R. Now what is this one? I will accept either a red or a pink O, because I think it's meant to be red, but because of the way the printer is, it looks kind of orangish, although I think it is supposed to be red. So I'll accept either. Now, let's go back and just focus on these colors and figures. So firstly, how many colors do you see here? How many color/figure combinations do you see here? You think so? Okay, let's count them and see if you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You were right, very good. Now I'm just going to point to some figures, and I want you to tell me what color they are and what they are. So let's begin with this one. What is this? It's a white rabbit. Very good. What's this one? A black anchor. Excellent. And this one? A blue post box or a mailbox. Excellent. What's this one? It's a green frog. Yep. This one? It's an orange frog. Very good. What's this one? Purple chair. Yep. This one? A yellow bucket. Yes. And what's this one? A pink hat. Excellent. What's this? It's a key. A gold key. Yep. And what's this little guy? That's a dolphin. It might look a little bit like a shark on camera, but it's actually a gray dolphin. And up here, can you see what this is? It's a fire hydrant. Yeah, red fire hydrant. And finally, what's this? It's a briefcase, a brown briefcase. Very good. So you didn't have any trouble with that one at all either. You have very good eyes. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Now we come to our last chart. And also, it is the busiest and most complicated of all the charts. So take a look at this chart, and you'll see it says this word alphabet here. A-L-P-H-A-B-E-T. The alphabet in red. And then under here it says chart. So it's an alphabet chart. And as I'm sure many of you know, or all of you know if you speak English, understand English, there are 26 letters in the English alphabet. Let's count them all, just to make sure the chart has all of them listed, okay? And they have them in uppercase and lowercase. Let's go ahead and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So all 26 are accounted for. Now let's go back and pick on all the letters. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, just like the song. I will say, I am working on a PhD right now, as many of you know. But one thing I always tell everybody is that the most important thing I ever learned in my life was the alphabet. That the ABC song, that is the single most important thing that I ever learned, and I still use it today whenever I have to put papers and like citations in alphabetical order or references in alphabetical order. This is the most important thing I've ever learned, at least from an academic standpoint, and I stand by that. So now what I'm going to do, we accounted for all the letters. There's 26 of them, and every single one of them is listed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to point to each one in order, and we're going to talk about what each figure represents in relation to each letter. So for example, here's A. What do you see underneath A? What is this figure? It's an apple, yes. And B. What is B represented by? A ball, very good. And C. What is C represented by? Car, excellent. And what color is this car? It's blue, very good. And D. What is D represented by? It's a dog, yes. You know, it does look a bit like a wild dingo. It does, but it's a dog, so. And what is E represented by? An elephant, yep. And F, what is this? It's a flower, yep. And G, what are these? Grapes, very good. We have green grapes and purple grapes. And H, what is H represented by? It's a hen, yep. I know a lot of people, when they see this, are tempted to say chicken, but a hen is another word for a chicken, so there you go. And I, can you see what this is? It's actually ice cream in a bowl. I think if it had been an ice cream on a cone, it would have been a little clearer. That's ice cream in a bowl. And what is J represented by? It's juice. It looks like orange juice, but it's a glass of juice. And K, do you know what this is? This one's a little tricky. It's a kite, yeah. I think it would have been more effective if the kite was flying in the air. And this one, do you know what L is represented by? A lion, very good. Now this one is very tricky. I think they could have come up with something much better than this. But what is M represented by? Can you see what this is? This is actually mango, the fruit, but I feel like that's a pretty bad example of M because it kind of looks like ham, it looks like cold cuts. It's really hard to tell what this is, so if you didn't get this, don't feel bad. N, can you see what N is represented by? It's a nest, yep. And again, this is kind of confusing because you see birds, so if you said bird, I can understand why you are confused, but it's nest. And O, do you know what this is? This again, I think there are many better things that they could have used to represent O, but do you know what this is? It's an onion, yes. But it also, I don't know, it could look like a plum, it could look like a potato, so I think they would have been better off using an octopus for this one, personally. And P, what is P represented by? This is a parrot, yeah. I believe they call these monk parrots. Monk parrots are Quaker parrots, but I'm not sure. It could also be a lovebird. They're a form of parrot, and they look similar. He's really cute, though. And Q, do you know what Q is represented by? This is a queue, like a line of people. And again, I think they could have found something much better for Q, like a quilt. And R, what is R represented by? A rose, very good. And you know what this is for S? This one again is not a very good representation. They should have used a snake. This is actually sweets. It is a basket of sweets. If I zoom in, you will see, I see they have cookies and they have candies. But again, I think that's a really poor example. Should have been a lot easier. So if you didn't get that right, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your vision. It's confusing. And what's this for T? A telephone, yep. And U? It's an umbrella. What color is the umbrella? It's blue. And V, do you know what this is? It's actually vegetables. It's a big pile of vegetables. But I feel like they would have been better off just using like 2 or 3 vegetables, in bigger sizes to show what they are. Because it's really hard to tell what that is. It just looks like a pile of knickknacks. W, what's W represented by? A watch, very good. An X, what's X represented by? It's an X-ray, yep. And Y, do you know what this is? It's yoga. I have to say, I kind of like that one for Y. It's clever. And of course, Z, what's Z represented by? A zebra. Excellent. So you didn't have too many problems with those, even though some of the pictures were would not have been my first choices for such a chart. So now what I'm going to focus on is, if you look at the letters, just ignore the visual. If you look at the letters, you'll see that each one of these letters, well, each 2 of these letters, it's a set, they have the capital case and the lowercase, are colored differently. So what I'm going to do is go down the chart, and I'm going to point to individual letters, and I want you to tell me what color you think the letters are. Okay? And again, some of these are a little harder to figure out than others. So if you don't get them all 100% right, it's no big deal. I just want you to do your best, okay? So just tell me what color I am pointing to. And ready? Go. What color is this A? Green, very good. What color is this B? Blue, excellent. What color do you think the C is? It's actually purple, but if you said brown, I'll accept it because it looks kind of brown on paper. And what's this D? It is like an orange, but if you said like a light brown or a terracotta, I will accept it. And this E, what color is this? It's red, yep. And the F? It's black, yep. And what is this G? If you said black, I'll accept it because it looks black on paper. It's actually dark blue. And H, what color is this? It's red. It's red with a bit of a pinkish hue for some reason. Probably because my printer's totally insane. But this is, if you said red, I'll accept this. Or if you said dark pink, I'll accept it. I'll accept either one. What's the I? What color? It's green, yep. And what color is this J? It's blue, yep. And this K? It's purple, but it looks brown, just like the C. So I'll accept either one. This L, what color is this? It's like a light brown or a dark orange. I'll take either one, yep. And the M? It's red, yep. And the N, what color is the N? Black, yep. And the O? It's actually dark navy blue, but I'll accept black if you say that because it does look black on camera. And the P? It's red, yep. And the Q? It's green, yes. Move this up. What color is the R? It's blue, yes. And the S? Yes, it's purple. The T? Light brown, yep. The U? Red, yep. The V? Black, yes. The W? It's dark blue, but I will accept black. The X? It's red. The Y? What's that? It's green, yes. And the final one, the Z, what is this? It's blue. Very, very good. So, you've had absolutely no trouble with any of this. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to be taking my pointer and I'm going to be fast tapping on the images, and I just want you to tell me what you see. Don't worry about the letters associated with it. Like, for example, if I tap on this one and I ask you what do you see, and you say a basket, you're 100% right. Don't worry about the sweet aspect of it. If I point on this one and you say you see people, business people, fine, you don't have to worry about the Q. And if like I point to this one and you say that you see a little girl, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be a yoga move. And even with the kid, like if I point to this one and you see that you say you see a square, I'll accept it. So I'm just going to start pointing very quickly at random, and I just want you to tell me what you see, okay? Even if it is not matching to the letter, don't worry about the letters, don't pay any attention. Just focus to the images I'm going to point to, and I'm going to do this fast, okay? So ready, and let's begin. What do you see? Here. Excellent. Very good. Yes. Well done. Well done. Keep going. Just keep following the pointer and telling me what you see. And this one. Perfect. This one. This one. This one. And then this one. Excellent. So as usual, you did really well. You have no problem with your vision and you don't need to worry about it. So thank you for watching this video. Please check back soon for more. Good night.